Morning, everybody. Welcome to Foundations. This is usually Lori Saramuga's class, but she's having difficulty with her internet. So we're going to air another one of our Foundation series videos. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much, and if you do, please hit that subscribe button for us. We appreciate it. Thanks. All right, for this class, you're going to need a cylindrical bolster, a strap, 2 blocks, a sandbag, and a small yoga ball for your feet. You can actually use a dryer ball, or you can use a golf ball, a tennis ball, anything that has an amount of squash to it, but not super hard. All right, so today we're going to just explore mountain posture, and part of that really is just how do we stand up straight. So let's take our feet hip width. Now let's look over here at the skeleton. So when I say hip width, I'm looking at your socket and the foot going right down underneath the sockets. First we need to locate the front of the hip bone. So go to the front where your hip bone sticks out, that's the ASIS, and then move about 1 inch to the inside. Right. And then pick your leg up and see if you've hit your socket. So you're about here. Look at your, yeah. Now, press your feet into the floor. Feel the base of your big toe, the base of your little toe, and the inside of the heel pressing evenly. So in order to make that even, do you have to pull your inner thighs? Yes. Now let go of your inner thighs. Yes, good. So this is cool because Dan's drop out and yours drop in. And again, press the feet evenly. Yep. And then let them go. Yeah. And just one more time. Press them evenly. All right. So we're starting at the base. We're starting at the foot because this is our contact with the ground. So we have to have those 3 points pressing evenly. We're going to build up from there. But first, let's just spend a little time with the bottom of the foot. So get your little ball. And any kind of little red ball or any kind of little rubber ball will work here. So what I want you to do is put the ball underneath the ball of your foot. Yeah. Just the ball of the foot, and then just press on it. See how much weight you can get on there. And then move it to the middle of that metatarsal arch. And just keep rocking back and forth so you can feel the weight pushing. And there's give to it. It's not that solid. A golf ball can work here, but I'd rather use a rubber ball because there's a little bit more elasticity to it. Then go right underneath the little toe and push. Now here, put almost all of your weight on it. And then try to get your big toe to the ground. And then shift, a good amount of weight. And so what's happening now is you're causing a passive eversion of your foot. So just let that stretch a bit. Yeah. Then what we're doing here is we're using the ball to just create a little bit more length, and we're waking up the bottom of the foot, the intrinsic muscles of the foot, and we're stretching the fascia a little bit. Now, let go of that, and then move it right behind the metatarsal arch, yeah? And then press. So it's kind of at the top of the longitudinal arch, that space between the back of the toes and the front of the heel. So shift some weight onto it, yeah. And then move it to the middle of that longitudinal arch. All right, now here we're going to press some weight onto it and then kind of reach your toes towards the ground and then see if you can almost pick your left leg up. Yeah, so that you really have to figure out how to balance on that foot. Yeah. Yeah. Just let it adjust. And the idea is that once you get to the place where your foot is having to find balance, then those muscles are going to start working a little differently. Yeah, just another couple seconds here. And it can be, not really that pleasant at first. And then come down off of that. Good. And then move it to right above your heel. Yeah, right above the heel. And the same thing. Push weight. Try to reach your big toe to the ground to give you a second point. And then see if you can take that left leg up off the ground. If you can't, that's okay, but just the action of trying to balance, you can feel the bottom of your foot start to change its configuration as you shift back and forth. And we're holding these about 20 to 30 seconds, no longer than that. And then let that go. Now, roll that ball underneath your heel like you have a high heel on. Put the ball of your foot on the ground. And then just rest your weight there. Pick that left leg up just a bit. Yeah. And let the foot adjust back and forth as you find balance. So there's two components to all of this. One, you just shift weight onto it. You push weight onto it to get a stretch. The second part, though, you try to balance. And as you're balancing, you're still getting the stretch, but now you're asking those muscles to fire, to change the foot position. And that is going to take this to a different level. And then step down off. Now, take that ball and move it right underneath the little toe to that knife edge of the foot. And then just kind of squash and move and squash and move and take the ball from the base of the little toe all the way down to the beginning of the heel. And then when it gets right to the inside of that heel, move it to the middle of your arch and then go back towards the big toe. All right, now, as you're going back towards the big toe, that ball's kind of in the middle of that longitudinal arch. Now see if you find a place that's a little bit more sore than the other. Have you found a place? Yeah, go to that place, wherever that is, and then shift some weight onto it. Straighten your knee. See if you can balance just a little bit. Now, sometimes this will be too painful to balance, so just push as much weight as you can. And then take that off again. Now just roll. Roll, roll, roll. Back and forth. So you have all of these nerve endings in your foot. All of the reflexology points. So all of your organs have a point in the foot that relates to the organ that you can stimulate to get the energy going or flowing back to that organ. And then take yourself onto the wood, stand onto the wood, and then press through that foot. And then press the base of the big toe, the base of the little toe, and the inside of the heel. So how does that feel different than the other side? Or does it feel different? Feels flatter?
It's tingling, energized.
Energized? Yeah. So you want your foot to be responsive. So you want your foot almost to be like a feeler. So you can push the foot wide and have it contact the ground, not only just as a base for a position, but also as an entity. So the foot is going to react and respond and adjust to the floor. And now that you've rolled the bottom and it's stretched and it's energized, it has more of an ability to adjust. So how I'm feeling here with that is that my whole right side feels dropped down and more into the floor. So actually, when someone says, let's ground ourselves, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for this relationship to the floor and relationship with the floor. So we're going down and through. Yeah. All right, now let's just go to our left leg so that we don't walk around listing to our right all day. All right, so start with the ball right at the ball of the foot, and then just kind of pulse it. Just back and forth, so rocking the weight onto it a couple times. And really this first part, this is just hello foot, right? It's hello, what's going on? Yeah. And then move it to the middle. And there's usually not a whole lot going on. Just going, yeah, we're down here all day, working hard, not getting any attention. Nobody notices us. And then go to the base of the little toe and press down. Yep. Now here, we're going to push down and then get the big toe to the ground, straighten your knee, and then just let that eversion happen. So almost try to, we're not going to balance this one, but you want to feel enough weight on that foot that, if I said, let's take the right foot off, you could do it. But we're not going to take the right foot. You're just going to let that left little toe kind of be a little higher. Yeah, and just let that stretch. And why we do this one is because most people, if they're going to roll their feet, roll the other way because of the tension into the hallucis longus. And then let that go. Take that ball and move it to the middle, right at the top of the longitudinal arch, and squash back and forth a couple times. Yeah. And the other thing that's kind of cool is when you're doing this, sometimes as you're working your foot, you might feel little like impulses or pains or tingles to different parts of your body. Because you are literally, talking to your organs as you're energizing your feet. And then take it to the middle. All right. Now reach those toes towards the ground. And now we're going to try to balance this point. So stay in the middle, but stay against the knife edge so we're not, rolling to the medial line too much of the foot. And then try to take that foot off the ground. Balance it. Now you can do this with different size rubber balls. They'll all do things a little differently. But when you use these smaller ones, there's more of an ability to balance, because if it's too big, you can't get your toes and your heel on the ground. And then step off of that. Now roll that ball till it's right above the heel. Still in the arch, but it's right in front of the heel. I guess that's a better way to describe that. And then dig that in and try to balance that. Yeah. So put your heel down on the ground. Yeah, put your heel down. Yeah. And then reach for it with your toes. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Reflexology can be pretty painful. The thing that's nice about this is the surface area is pretty large, so you're getting a couple of them. We're just doing general stuff. You're not spending so much time on one point that you're really stimulating just one thing. Try to find the balance. Just a couple more seconds here. Yeah. And then shift off of that. One more, go to the heel. Balls of the feet, just like a high heel, and then just push through the heel. Yeah. So it's usually the arch points that are the most painful. Some of that is just because that poor arch has to work so hard all day. And then step off of that. And then we're going to go back up the knife edge of the foot. So roll to the outside edge and then just press the knife edge. Go right down that edge. So little toe, then pulse it, move it at half an inch, pulse it all the way down until it gets back to the heel. And then move it to the medial side of the foot, and then go up towards the big toe. And then this is our last hold. So if you find a spot that is a little bit ouchier than the other, I want you to just stop on that spot, press. Put a lot of weight, but you don't have to balance it, or you could. But you know, if you're trying to push through a point that isn't that comfortable, sometimes the balance is a little bit too much to ask. And the more you can stand on it, and the more you can allow the foot to adjust to the ball and find the balance and allow the muscles to fire, the more stretch you're going to get. And step off, and then just roll. Yeah, tinglies, back and forth. And then come back onto the wood and stand on both feet. Yeah. You know, why I ask you to go on the wood, I think it's just because the wood is a natural material, and sometimes I really just feel I can connect more there. So you feel tingles, your foot feels wide, you feel even, you feel grounded. Yeah? Yeah, it's super simple, and it doesn't take long to do. All right, so we're done with the ball for today, but so we're doing, you know, we did that so that we have this nice base. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to stand up straight. So press into your feet, base of the big toe, base of the little toe, inside of the heel. Now put your hands back here on your sacrum, and then just drop your tailbone and your sit bones towards your feet, and pull your stomach in and lift it up into your spine. So why we start on the ground in a basic yoga class is so that you can use the floor as a tactile reference. And when I say lay on your stomach, hands on the back of your hands, head on the back of your hands, and then lift your stomach up off the floor, you have that floor reference. It's harder here, but now just think that you're laying on the floor, drop your tailbone, and lift your stomach up into your spine. And then we're going to rock forward and back a bit. And feel the weight go to the ball of the foot, and then feel it go to the heel. Do that a couple times. And you're not doing this because your pelvis is tilting anterior and posterior. You're doing this because your sit bones are pushing the whole pelvis forward and back, as if your pelvis was on a plate, and that is sliding forward and back. That's pretty good. And then find where neutral is, which is halfway between the forefoot and the hind foot, and then drop the sit bones down again. Yeah. Good. So one of the things about this position is, can you feel the front of your hips open a bit? Yeah, so if you have a really tight hip flexor, if you're kind of clamped down here in the front, if your pelvis is rotating too much to the front, this position is really quite hard to hold. All right, so then, again, attention to the feet, base of the big toe, base of the little toe, inside of the heel, sit bones dropping down, lift the front of the stomach up, make sure your pelvis is forward. Now take the top of your head and push it straight up to the ceiling. And then relax your arms to the side. All right. Now we're going to have a little fun with sandbags. We're just going to explore the upward push. All right, so you're going to take your sandbag and you're just going to put it on top of your head like this. Yes. Like a little hat. Like a little hat, yes. Now, if you don't have a sandbag, you can use Webster's New Collegiate Dictionary. This is the abridged version, so it's not really that heavy. And actually, we used to do this in gym class. All right, so push straight up. Yeah. Yes. Push straight up. Now, just feel that line. Now take your jaw and push it forward. Yeah, yeah. And you can really feel that in your neck, right? And take your jaw and pull back. Yep, push straight up. Now again, push forward. Notice what happens to your chest. And then push back up. Relax your shoulders down. Yeah, relax, relax. So just pushing up into that sandbag. Can you feel the lift of your chest? Yeah. Now just take that jaw and go forward one more time into the slouch in the forward head position that we like. Yep. And so the back of your neck is straining and your chest is dropping. And go back up. Yeah. And relax the shoulders down. Okay, now, just for a little bit more fun, just take a little walk around the room with your sandbag. Yep. Just keep pushing up. Feel your feet. Feel your feet. Now, yes, we're in a deportment class at this point. There was a time when everyone learned how to walk correctly. Now, there's a little trepidation here. And we're going to low five it. Yeah, yeah. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. But it makes you completely aware of how the weight transfers to the foot. And can you feel how when you start wobbling side to side, that your neck goes, wait a minute. Yeah, keep pushing up. And then just go back to your mat. Yeah. It's worth the experiment. It's worth the experiment. All right, so Dan, let's have you face the wall. Yeah. So now we get two views. This is just vertical posture, right? Vertical posture. So I'm going to take this spear, and you're just going to relax your arm, and we're going to look at the line. So we can see the line going from the middle of the foot to the hip socket, to the shoulder, to the ear. So that is the straight line that we would like, and Laura has one too. Nice straight line. Yep. Good. Yeah. Now, that pushing up, can you feel the work of it? Where do you feel it mainly? What body parts, or name the body parts?
Mid-thoracic spine, neck.
Sides of the neck. Sides of the neck. Yeah. Say it again, Dan.
Mid-thoracic spine, neck, and glutes.
Yeah. So what you're doing here is you're activating the muscles that you need for upright posture. And so for me, upright posture is what you should be living in when you're walking around. This isn't just on your yoga mat. This isn't mountain posture yet. This is just upright posture. All right, now take your sandbag off. Yes. Feels good. Throw it down. All right, now Dan, stay facing that way. Now just push yourself up. Feels good, yes? Yeah, feel that stomach lift, feel the sit bones go down. Now neither one of you have really tight hips in the front, so the pelvis position is good. All right, so good. Upright posture. Now, for mountain posture, we need to add the shoulders. So let's grab our straps. We're going to, Dan, keep facing that way. So on our first exercise, this is just to warm the shoulder joint up. Take the end, take your end, and go to a distance where you can pass forward and back without straining. Yeah. Yeah. Decide where that is. We'll do quite a few of them so that if you want to change, you can. All right, so feel your feet. Drop your head and shoulders. Now just take a couple of big inhales into that space between your shoulder blades. And as you do that, feel the shoulder blades push to the sides. And then as you exhale, drop your head and shoulders down a bit. Yeah. Yeah, let go of your neck. So the muscles that we worked a lot just standing up are now stretching. So just take a couple more concentrated breaths into that space. And then on an inhale, push the arms out. Take the chest up, look up, or just look forward, and then exhale, take the hands through. Keep the chest extended, and then inhale, push out. And then exhale, head and shoulders over. And again, inhale, push out and up. Exhale, through. Yep. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, over. Again, inhale, out and up. Exhale, through. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, over. Just 2 more sets. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, through. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, over. Last one. And inhale, out and up. Exhale, through. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, over. Now just stay there. Drop a little further forward so you feel that space between the shoulder blades. And then keep the stomach lifting up the front. So pubic bone is going to lift up into the spine. And then just drop down a little further so that you feel your low back on a stretch. And then find the breath through the back line. Inhale. And then when you exhale, let your arms drop. And then just notice the increase activity in the shoulder joint. Just a couple more big inhales. And roll yourself up. Okay. Now, we're going to take our strap. We're going to focus on this loop. And I'd like you to make a loop wide enough. It's pretty much shoulder width, but when you pull your arms down, your elbows should be able to just go right past your rib cage and your hands. Yes, good. Yeah. All right. Good. Now, we're going to use this to just activate our upper back a little bit more. Take your hands, push out against the strap, and then release. And again, push out against the strap. Feel the chest come forward. Good. And release. And one more time. Push out against the strap. Good. Now stay there. Yes. So we have engaged the back of our arms, our triceps. You can feel the middle of your spine. Yeah. You can feel the shoulder blades being engaged. And then just take that inhale in, yes, into your collarbones. Good. Yes. Keep holding through the back. Yeah. Feel the blades going down the spine. Yep. Yeah. So it's an accentuation of the upper back work just from regular upright posture. We're taking this into a little bit more of an exercise, trying to really feel how the back of you can engage to let the front of you go. Let the front, yes, let the chest go. Breathe in the front. Try to breathe in the front and hold with the back. Just a couple more. And then let go. And then round forward again. Just go to position 1. Feel the breath right between your shoulder blades. All right, now I keep breathing, and I'm just going to talk about the shoulder girdle. So feel your shoulder blades. They're not pushing, they're dropping down the sides of you. Let that space open. All right, and then roll yourself up. And let's just turn around and look at Mr. Skeleton. All right, now, this is the interesting thing about shoulder girdle. So, here you have the scapula. It's laying on the rib cage. Now, this guy has these little pins in the scapula to keep it on the rib cage, but we don't have the little pins. The only thing that's keeping this scapula in place is the musculature and the connective tissue. So then you look here to the front, and here's your shoulder joint, and it's not attached to the rib cage. This, I think, is really quite fascinating. The only place this entire shoulder girdle is attached is right here at the top of your sternum at the manubrium. So the clavicle comes in, and there's an attachment here. So literally, the whole shoulder girdle floats on top of the rib cage. Now, what is good about that is it gives us tremendous range of motion through the shoulder girdle. What is bad about that is it gives us choices. So, a lot of our choices are made unconsciously because we're not aware of this fact. So, what we're going to do right now is we're going to feel the difference between lifting the arm with the shoulder blade on the back and lifting the arm with the shoulder blade disconnected, because we can do that. We do that all the time. But what happens when we disconnect the shoulder blade and lift from the arm is that we have these muscles connected here, here, the levator, and these levator muscles, the levator especially, is going to go right up here through the neckline into the skull. And then you have scalenes that are going to kind of come into play. But basically, if we lift our arm with our shoulder girdle off of the back, then we're asking the muscles at the top of the shoulder to engage into its support, which is the neck. So we'd be kind of lifting our arm using our neck, which seems pretty silly. All right, so let's just go back to where we were with more of a focus on the shoulder blades. So take your hands, push it against the strap, and feel the blades. Do you feel them going down? Yeah, and your chest is nice and open. Now, pull the blades down and let that action lift the arms up. Yeah, make it easy in the joint. Just arms go up because your blades are pulling down. And you feel the blades. Keep the chest. Don't let go of the stomach. Take your arms up as high as you can go without discomfort. And then pull the stomach in and then let them go back down. So as they're going down slowly, feel the shoulder girdle relax. Feel that blade slide down the back. Feel the chest lift up in the front. Keep pushing out on that strap. Yeah, that's going to keep us a little bit more connected to the back. And let's do that again. Just push against the strap and go up. Feel those blades go down. Feel that beautiful rotation just in the joint. Go up, up. Yep. Now stay right there and lift your shoulders to your ears. Yep, all the way. Try to touch your earlobes with your shoulders. Yep, good. Now, see if we wait a little bit, then all of a sudden it starts to become uncomfortable, right? Yes. But we're gonna stay here a little bit longer, not because I'm in a bad mood and want you guys to be in bad moods too or whatever. I want that muscle to get tired, the top of the shoulder, the levators, and the upper part of your trap, top of the deltoid. Can you push them higher? Yeah. Now, this is kind of a good thing here, though. As you're breathing, see if you can breathe underneath those shoulder blades in the back. So you can maybe create space here. And you're stretching this. You're stretching this. Yep. Good. All right. Now, a couple more big inhales. Yep. Feel that. You can feel that. Can you feel how disconnected that is? All right, now keep your shoulders where they are and float your hands down without dropping your shoulders. Keep pushing them up. Yep, keep going up. This is the turtle pose. Keep going up. Keep going up. Keep going up with the shoulders, down with the arms, up with the shoulders, down with the arms, up with the shoulders, down with the arms, up with the shoulders, down with the arms. Just a couple more. waiting for the big payoff that's coming. And drop your shoulders. Yes, now just breathe right in front of your armpits. Yeah. Feels good, doesn't it? Yes, feels good. All right. Now, not to belabor the point, but just for demonstrations, lift your shoulders up to your ears. Now, take your arms up to the ceiling. You can lift your arms up here and take them down, or drop your shoulder blades, pull the stomach up. Now pull the blades down and take the arms up, or you can lift them here. A lot less work at the top of the shoulders, yes? And come down, yeah. All right. All right, but you know the main thing here is we're doing mountain posture, we're getting in good shoulder position, but now I'm going to try to save you from getting problems with lifting. So what I want you to do is just put that strap down and grab your sandbag. Actually, hold it in the middle. Hold it in the middle. Now lift your shoulder up to your ear. Now take the sandbag up. Stop it about here. Yeah. Can you feel that muscle? Can you feel that into the neck? Take that over to the side. Yeah. Take it back to the front and you can see it. And now go down. Keep the shoulder up. Keep the shoulder up. And then drop it down. Yeah. Shift it through the other arm. Keep the shoulder blade down. Now lift the arm up and feel the blade take the weight. Take it up. Can you feel how the stress has shifted back to the blade? Do you feel anything at the top of your shoulder? No, take it up even higher. Go all the way to straight. And then feel the blade dropping down the back. Yeah, nothing in the neck, correct? Yeah, and then just take it down. Take it down. Yeah. So if the sandbag is on the ground, and you reach down, do it, grab a hold, lift your shoulder up to your ear, now pick it up this way, yeah, and drop it down, or pull the shoulder blade down, pick it up. Good, right? If this is just nothing more than good body mechanics, but good body mechanics play into the posture. So if your mountain posture is correct, if your standing posture is correct, if you understand the position of your shoulder blades, you don't make this mistake. Yeah. Although, you know, what happens to a lot of people, what happens to me when I'm cooking, of all things, when I'm going fast, take that knife, the shoulder goes up. And so it just contributes. And what else happens? When we're afraid, when we're cold, when we're startled, you know, all of this contributes to this forward head thing. All right, so let's put our sandbag back down and add just the last little piece of this, and then we'll have the mountain posture, and we'll have an awareness of the shoulders. So grab your strap again. And put the hands through. Feel your feet on the ground, base of the big toe, base of the little toe, inside of the heel. Press down into your feet. All right. Pull your stomach up, drive your sit bones down. Pull your pubic bone up against your spine. Feel the top of your head push up. So the jaw drops back easily and the chest just lifts automatically. Then pull the shoulder blades down and take those arms up. Now let's go back as far as we can go. Just go back a little bit further, get a little bit more of a shoulder stretch. Now push against the strap and inhale. Drop your chin down, exhale, let the shoulder, yep. And again, go. Inhale, push. And exhale, feel them drop. Now pull the stomach in, keep pulling it, drop the sit bones down. Just one more. Inhale, push. Good big chest. Exhale. Now keep your pelvis position and then just move your arms forward now since we're back right beside your ears. Feel the shoulder blades drop down. Yeah, reach up through your hands. Shoulder blades drop down again, stomach up, tailbone down. Yeah, feel that. Up the front, down the back. Up the front, down the back. One more. Up the front, down the back. And slowly, arms go down. Shoulders relax. And we drop our heads. And we're going to drop our shoulders. And go down to the waist, soften the knees. And then go all the way down, hands to the floor. Now, here, make sure that you're not allowing the weight to drift to the little toe or drop in. Press the 3 points. Ball the big toe, base of the little toe, inside of the heel. So some of us have a little bit more inner thigh going on. And then just breathe with the knees soft into that position. Drop your heads. Yes, just drop your heads. All right. So all of that work, all of that information, just to get mountain posture. Mountain posture, the base posture for all the other standing postures. Mountain posture, working the standing, upright posture of a normal human being walking through the world. And then slowly we just come down to our mats. Yep. Sit down and grab your bolster, throw it under your knees, and we're going to go out into a corpse pose.